Welcome to the Deep Dive. This is where we take a whole stack of information, slice through it, and pull out the absolute key insights just for you.
Yep, we do the digging so you don't have to. We grab those essential knowledge nuggets, add a bit of context, maybe a surprise or two.
And today, we are diving headfirst into something I think many of you have probably wrestled with.
Yeah.
How do you sound real when you're speaking English? Especially if you're, just starting out.
Exactly. We've been looking closely at an English learning guide, one that's really focused on closing that gap between, let's say, textbook English and how people actually talk every day.
Yeah, think about it. You might learn, hello, how are you? I'm fine, thank you. And you. And, okay, grammatically, it's perfect.
Right.
Step outside, and what do you really hear?
It's probably more like, hey, how's it going?
I'm good. You?
Not bad, thanks. It's just, it flows differently, doesn't it? A whole different feel.
And that's really our mission for this deep dive. Unpack the insights from this guide, help you see why that difference matters, and pull out really practical, ready-to-use phrases and tips, stuff you can use right away to sound more natural.
We're basically trying to unlock that code for casual conversation.
Okay, so let's start right at the beginning then, making that first contact. The guide really hammers home that the most common greetings are actually, super simple.
Yeah, they give this really natural exchange, something you could literally just, copy and start using. Like speaker A kicks it off. Hey, how's it going?
And speaker B might say, I'm good, thanks. What about you?
Then speaker A wraps it up with something simple, like, not bad, just finished work, and that's it.
Seriously. Hey, how's it going? I'm good, you? Not bad. Quick, easy. You hear it constantly.
And building right off that, how do you introduce yourself without sounding like you're reading from a script? The material lays out a pretty simple, effective structure for that, too.
You basically start with your name, where you're from. Hi, I'm your name. I'm from your country. Simple. Then maybe add what you do. I'm your job or student.
Exactly. The guide suggests examples like, hi, I'm Maria. I'm from Spain. I work as a nurse.
Or hi, I'm Alex. I'm from Brazil. I'm a student.
And the typical response is just, nice to meet you too. It's, friendly, but gets straight to the point. Doesn't feel stiff.
Okay, so you've said hello, you've introduced yourselves. Then the conversation often just drifts into what you've been doing, right? The guide points out native speakers keep this part simple as well. Everyday stuff.
Totally. Basic questions like, what did you do today? Or how was your weekend? They're kind of the bread and butter of small talk.
And your answer doesn't need to be some big story.
No, definitely not. You can structure it really simply, like, today I woke up at 7, I had breakfast, then I went to work. Basic timeline.
They even give a little example dialogue, which is quite good. Speaker A asks, what did you do today?
And speaker B says, I studied English and watched a movie.
Speaker A, nice. What movie? Easy follow-up.
Speaker B, Spider-Man. It was fun.
See, it's just normal stuff.
Yeah, what's really noticeable is how these examples stick to really ordinary, relatable things. You don't need, a huge vocabulary to just talk about your day.
The key seems to be using those simple structures for simple everyday topics.
Right, and that focus on simplicity, it carries right into the questions people are most likely to ask you. So moving into essential conversation tools, the guide flags some questions you really need to be ready for, naturally.
These are the real workhorses of conversation, aren't they? The ones that start things off and keep them going. The absolute classic has to be, where are you from?
And the best answers, short and sweet.
I'm from Egypt. Boom, done. Or maybe a little more detail if it's relevant, like, I'm originally from Turkey, but I live in Germany now. No need for your life story.
Exactly. Next up, another big one. What do you do?
Again, keep it simple. I'm a student. I work in IT. Or, hey, if learning English is your main focus right now, the guide says a perfectly good answer is, I'm learning English.
Yeah, that's actually a great conversation starter in itself. Tells them something interesting about you.
And then you get those questions about likes and dislikes. They pop up all the time in small talk, right? Do you like music? Do you like pizza? Football.
Oh, constantly. And again, the natural responses are super simple. Yeah, I love it.
Or not really.
Or just, it's okay. Mastering just these few questions and having simple answers ready, it gives you a massive head start in any casual chat.
Huge. So beyond the questions, the material also zeroes in on specific everyday phrases, the kind of stuff that makes you instantly sound more natural.
Yeah, these might not be in your textbook chapter 3, but you hear them everywhere in real life.
No worries. Hear that all the time. It's just a casual way to say it's okay or don't worry about it. So useful.
It really is. Or, I'm just kidding. Essential if you like making jokes. Lets people know you're not being serious.
Definitely need that one sometimes.
And the super casual greeting, what's up? Which is, well, pretty much like saying, how are you in a lot of situations.
And I don't feel like it. That's a good one.
Yeah.
It's a natural way to say you don't want to do something maybe a bit softer than just no.
Right. The guide shows these working together in an example. Speaker A says, do you want to go out?
Speaker B, I don't feel like it. I'm tired.
Speaker A, no worries, maybe tomorrow.
See how smooth that is? I don't feel like it. Followed by, no worries. Feels authentic.
Totally. The guide also gives us simple ways to talk about feelings, which is, well, crucial for actually connecting with people on a more personal level.
Yeah, these are basic, but they do a lot of work. I'm tired. I'm excited. I'm a bit nervous. I feel happy today.
And you can tweak them slightly too, right? Like, I feel great today, or I'm a bit stressed, even just, I'm happy to be here.
They have a little sample dialogue for this too. Speaker A, how are you feeling today?
Speaker B, I'm okay. A bit tired, but good.
Speaker A, yeah, same here. Long day, huh?
It opens the door, doesn't it? Sharing how you feel, even simply, makes the conversation feel much more real. And it invites the other person to share, too.
Okay, so we've got greetings, intros, talking about your day, common questions, those essential phrases. How do you actually, get comfortable using all this stuff?
Right. This is where the guide pivots a bit from what to say to how you can practice it effectively.
Exactly. And he gives 5 really practical tips for actually weaving this kind of real English into your daily routine. Tip number 1, speak out loud.
Yeah, this might feel a bit strange, especially if you're on your own, but the guide really emphasizes it. Talk about your day in English, even just to yourself. Describe what you're doing, what you see.
It trains your mouth, right? And your brain to actually produce the language.
Precisely. Tip 2 is all about learning phrases, not just single words. Thinking in chunks.
Yeah, instead of just memorizing help, learn, can I help you? Or instead of coffee, learn, I'll have a coffee, please.
Exactly. Those are the units you actually use.
Tip 3, immerse yourself. Watch and listen.
Simple stuff works great here. Easy podcasts, YouTube videos, TV shows, maybe with subtitles on. Anything that exposes you to that natural rhythm and those common phrases.
And tip 4, which I think is fantastic, repeat and shadow.
Shadowing. Yeah, this is a really cool technique. You basically listen to a native speaker, pause the audio, and then you copy exactly what they just said. Try to match the pronunciation, the rhythm, everything.
The guide even gives some sentences to practice shadowing with, like, Hi, how's it going?
I'm good. You?
It's working? Same old, same old.
Yeah, I need a holiday.
Doing that copy in the flow, it's incredibly effective, isn't it? It helps you internalize the sort of music of the language.
Absolutely. Builds pronunciation, rhythm, and definitely confidence. And that leads perfectly into the final tip, number 5, which is maybe the most important.
Let me guess. Don't worry about mistakes.
You got it. Don't let the fear of messing up stop you. Just speak.
Confidence comes from doing it, not from being perfect first.
Exactly. Every mistake is just proof. You're trying, you're learning. It's part of the process.
So to kind of wrap all this up and give you something concrete to do right now, the guide finishes with a little conversation challenge.
Yeah, it's pretty straightforward. It asks you to just imagine meeting someone new and practice a simple introduction using the structures we've talked about.
The script they suggest is really basic. Hi, I'm your name. I'm from your country. I'm learning English. I like music and movies. Nice to meet you.
Simple as that. And the challenge part.
Record yourself saying it, just on your phone or whatever. Then listen back. How does it sound? Then try again, maybe aiming for a bit more confidence this time.
It's a really low-stakes way to start actively using these real English building blocks we've been discussing.
So, when you put all this together, the focus on simple greetings, the essential questions, these everyday phrases, and then the consistent practice, the big takeaway from this deep dive seems pretty clear.
Yeah, it's that sounding natural in English, even when you're starting out, is totally achievable. It's about focusing on the language people actually use day to day.
It's getting comfortable with that slightly imperfect kind of casual flow of real conversation rather than aiming for, textbook perfection all the time.
And remembering that every time you try, every little mistake you might make, it's actually progress. It means you're doing it.
So you now have some practical tools, specific phrases, clear steps, all pulled straight from this learning material to help you sound more like the people you'll actually be talking to.
Which brings us to the final thought.
Right. Based on everything we've just explored, all these simple, real English phrases and questions from the guide. What is one specific phrase or question you listening will commit to practicing out loud today? Even if it's just quietly to yourself.
Just pick one thing, say it a few times, get it into your muscle memory. That's genuinely how it starts.
Well, thank you for joining us for this deep dive into speaking real, everyday English. We really hope this exploration gives you a boost to take that next step.
Yeah, start speaking more naturally. Until the next time we dive deep into a new topic, keep practicing, keep learning, and definitely keep speaking.